It was a hot and dusty day in the desert where Samba the meerkat lived. He lives with his family in a sandhill, but he was not happy there. His lifelong dream is to travel all around the world, seeing the sights and making new friends along the way. It seems that his dreams are about to come true. Samba was scared because it was his first time on a plane. He had chosen France as his first country to visit. As he sat staring out the window, trying to calm down, he began to daydream all about the sights he would see when he got to Paris. When Samba got to Paris, his first stop on his trip, he decided to go and visit the Eiffel Tower. When he saw the tower, he gasped. He didn't realise how tall it was and how small he looked in front of it. Just as Samba was about to leave the Eiffel Tower, he bumped into a rabbit. She introduced herself as Charlotte and asked Samba what he was doing out here all alone. Samba told her that he was on a trip around the world, as he was bored of living in the desert, so Charlotte asked if she could go along with him, as she'd always wanted to travel the world too, and of course Samba said yes. The next day, Charlotte the rabbit and Samba the meerkat set off for the airport. They got on a plane and flew through the sky as fast as possible. After leaving the airport, Samba and Charlotte set out to go and see the sights as quickly as possible. Charlotte couldn't believe how busy London was, with people running around everywhere. After spending the afternoon sightseeing, the pair decided to visit one more place before leaving London. Their last stop was to go and see the Big Ben in the Houses of Parliament. Standing outside, looking up at how tall Big Ben was, they began talking to a fox by the name of Humphrey, who asked them what they were doing in London. Samba told Humphrey about how he'd met Charlotte in Paris and that they were on a trip around the world. The pair thought they would invite Humphrey to come with them, and of course he said yes, and they set off for the airport later that evening. They set off for Samba's home in the desert the next day. He was so excited to be going home, so he could tell his family all about his trip, and Charlotte and Humphrey were excited to be going to an exotic place. As the three friends flew to the desert, they passed lots of countries and sights along the way. After a long day of flying, the three friends finally landed back in the desert, where they met Samba's family. He spent the afternoon telling them of all of his adventures. After a nice and relaxing day with his family, Samba, Charlotte and Humphrey sat outside staring at the night sky, looking at all the stars. Samba decided that even though his trip was amazing and he had made some great friends along the way, that there was no place like home.